This is an introduction to Zoho's inventory management system and some of the aspects which you will need to understand. My name's Phil Binks for Prodigm. Let's get straight underway. Inventory management begins with the product arriving from the manufacturing plant. That inventory is then booked in by the warehouse man. Later on in the process, when you have a sale, the customer will purchase the product and that then gets delivered to that customer. If you're in the business of running stock levels and you have an inventory of products, you will be ordering products in and supplying those products outside to your customers. So we need to be able to have a system which correctly predicts how many products you need and what is already on order and what has been sold. So this slide briefly gives you an overview of that process. This potentially begins with the warehouse man who checks the stock level and finds that he has one physical product which he can see in the warehouse. That then is seen as physical stock, but it is also known as accounting stock. So physical product will be accounting stock as well. If he creates a purchase order for 10 items and that order is approved, the purchase order is sent to the vendor and the vendor accepts the order. Therefore, the accounting stock will increase by 10 whilst the physical stock remains at 1. Essentially, we have 11 products that are due to be ours, although we physically only have one in the warehouse. Once your physical stock arrives, then the accounting stock remains at a level of 11, whilst the physical stock that can be seen in the warehouse increases to 11. We have a concept of committed stock. Committed stock is the quantity of product for which you have orders or invoices approved and accepted. So for instance, if you've got 6 committed orders, then your committed stock is 6. The stock decreases in this box if an item has then been shipped to your customer. So that becomes then 6 minus the number of products that have been shipped to the customer. Committed stock increases when a sales order is received and accepted. So you're committing your stock levels to be out supplied to your customers. Let's use some of the numbers we've used previously. So a sales order for 6 items is received. Your accounting stock is 11 and your physical stock is 11. If a sales order is accepted and verified, then the accounting stock reduces by the number that is required on that sales order. In this case, we're taking 6 from 11, which leaves us with 5. The item is prepared for shipment and booked out to the system. The item is then shipped, but the committed stock is 6 because we have that sales order for 6. Once the product is shipped, then the committed stock becomes 0 because we've already delivered it, and the physical stock, what we can see in this warehouse, is 5. Here we'll quickly deal with one or two of the situations that can provide variances to the ideal stock shipping and inventory management process. So We have a situation where the vendor decides they for some reason cannot supply the 6 ordered products to us. So we had an accounting stock of 17, our physical stock in place was 11. If we cancel the delivery of the vendor's goods, then our accounting stock will reduce by the number that they cannot deliver to us. So that then becomes 11. We still, of course, have 11 physical goods in the inventory system in the warehouse. If you're in the process of receiving the goods and you find that the product is damaged, there are 2 scenarios. One is that the damaged items can be returned and collected and no changes made to the inventory system if your supplier is going to simply replace those damaged goods. If the act of booking in the delivery affects the physical stock, then you can adjust the physical stock level as well. Here instead, one of your customers decides that they need to return the item to you. So on the return of the item, there's possibly 3 or more potential actions. If the item is returned to stock, then your physical stock and your accounting stock both increase. If the item goes for repair, maybe in-house, then there are no changes to the physical stock until it comes back into service. And if the device or the product is broken, i.e. unserviceable, then we need to make sure that the financial system is informed, but there are no changes to the stock. So here, just to clarify, if a customer requires a replacement item and you approve that that is able to be done, you can raise a 0 value sale. So the accounting stock and the physical stock stay the same, but then once the item is shipped, then your accounting stock reduces and your physical stock is also reduced by the same number because they are linked, and your committed stock is still whatever the number of goods are that are committed to other customers. If you would like to know more about Zoho inventory and inventory management, please contact us using any of the details on this slide, and we look forward to speaking to you.